Hey, welcome to the Actor's Career Compass, where we give actionable, bite-sized tips to help you navigate your acting career. I'm your host, Martin Benson, and today we'll be talking about what casting directors are looking for in the actors they book. So have you ever wondered why casting calls rarely give you all the information you need to be clear on a character? Why is that? Why don't they just clarify everything so you know exactly what they're looking for and you can just give it to them? Well, there is a reason that these casting calls are vague. They're not just making a mistake and forgetting to include that info or deliberately trying to be terrible people that create problems for you. So before I tell you what that specific reason is, I want to actually share a story from years ago when I hired a new photographer at my studio, City Headshots, because this story is really, really relevant. But before we go into that story, let me briefly tell you about our headshot packages for actors. We have 2 locations in Manhattan and northern New Jersey, and we specialize in helping actors figure out what character types they can play best, and then we help capture those types in highly professional actor headshots. Visit cityheadshots.com, that's C-I-T-Y, headshots with an S. So visit cityheadshots.com to see our packages and schedule a shoot. Now, my story about hiring a photographer, right? So I was looking to hire someone who was funny, who could make clients laugh with jokes throughout the shoot to make sure that they're having a good time and feeling comfortable, because that's how I do it. I know lots of ridiculous dad jokes that are terrible, one of which I'll share right now. Let's see. So I used to be addicted to soap. It's okay, though. I'm clean now. Such terrible jokes. But I say these during some of my shoots, and it gets clients to laugh, and it helps capture nice smiles, and of course it makes people more comfortable because they're just laughing and kind of having a good time, not feeling so pressured to get the perfect photo, right? So anyway, I'm looking to hire someone who's funny and who would tell jokes throughout the shoot. And I posted exactly that in my job posting. I was very, very specific. And guess what happened? Every single person who filled out the application, almost every single person, told me that they were funny and loved to tell jokes to make clients feel comfortable during the shoot. Well, at first, everything seemed great. I love the fact that so many of the responses were from candidates who actually had the qualities I was looking for. But soon I ran into my first problem. It was really hard to narrow it down to just a few key people for test shoots, since everyone told me essentially exactly what I wanted to hear. And then when I finally did bring in a few people for test shoots at our studio, while some of them were actually funny, many of them weren't funny at all, and they had lied on their applications. And then guess what? When I finally chose someone and I actually hired them, everything fell apart when I realized that they had actually memorized 4 specific jokes in advance of the test shoot, and they were actually not a funny person naturally at all. Shoots felt a little bit awkward with clients, and clients were just not getting good expressions, and they were awkward just generally in the studio, and unfortunately, they just weren't a good fit for how we run our business and the culture, and I had to let them go after just a few weeks. And this is exactly why casting directors won't share all the details with you in casting calls. They want to see what you bring to the table in terms of your brand, your personality, and the choices that you make. Had I not been so specific in my job listing, I might have gotten some naturally funny people, but I also might have gotten someone who was more nurturing and caring or empathetic. And that would have been an amazing addition to our team too. I didn't need someone who was just only funny. There's plenty of other ways to get great headshots out of people. Casting directors do not want actors who fake what they think the casting director is looking for. Instead, they're looking for actors who simply bring their own authenticity and they'll either pick the person who most closely aligns with the character that they had in mind, or in some cases, they might actually see something they totally weren't expecting, but they're intrigued by it, and they hire the actor because of it. Casting directors are looking for someone who is authentic and plays themselves, their own unique personality, or brand, as some people call it. Now, before we go on, let me briefly tell you about my course called A Brand You're Proud Of. This is a 3-module video program that dives deep on the exact steps you need to take to figure out your types, your brand, and what I call your passion brand. It's perfect to help you figure out not only how the industry sees you, but exactly what you'll need to do if you want the industry to start seeing you differently. If you want to figure out your types now, and you don't want to wait for feedback from tons of people or go to endless branding workshops, send me an email at martin@cityheadshots.com. Tell me why you're ready to uncover your brand, and I'll share more info about how you can join the course. So at the end of the day, you must make your own choices and decide how you're going to play the character. I recommend playing the character as you would if you yourself were in the situation, because that would be authentically capturing your brand. Now, if you are given exact context and information that you need from the casting call, obviously you have to play that. But in most cases, casting directors, the key thing that they're really looking for, what they really want, is an actor who shows them their brand and makes choices on their own. Well, thanks for listening. If you want more great tips like these, sign up for my newsletter. Every week, I send out actionable, bite-sized tips to help you grow your acting career and continue improving your technique. Visit actorsuccesscoach.com and enter your name and email to stay up to date on the latest and best industry hacks and secrets. Thanks so much, and I'll see you soon.